Quick story. A girl and a guy met and fall for each other. They both love music, so decide to work together. And they were pretty good at it. Now on the surface, everything looked perfect. But oh, the stress of the city. So they decided otherwise. They packed up and left for the countryside. And that's where we meet this family, raising their children, growing their own food and their business together, on a quest to find a new normal and a new sense of happiness. And if you're looking for the same thing, then join us and we can unpack this thing called life together. Where are my manners? Let me introduce myself. I'm Shamel Olwago, my husband's Amondi Olwago, and together we are Nile Ochi. And this is Z-Quest.
I'm saying things like education in regards to education, how you're gonna
what about like your own education?
No, not necessarily your own. Well, mind you, it depends what it is. But no, I'm talking about your children. So the way you decide is that what?
Is that you sharing with people your children and family choices, or is that you sharing?
That's what I'm talking about.
Or is that you sharing your qualifications?
No, I'm talking about your choices when it comes on to
your parenting choices.
Your parenting choices, type of education you want to give.
But if you haven't realized, every time we go to someone's house and we talk about the fact that we don't beat our kids, people be looking at us like we weird.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But that's why I don't really open that.
And they're like, yes, your kids are monsters. You're raising monsters. They give us the you are raising monsters.
Yeah, but you know what? Look, most of the time, I don't really talk about this, but people feel they need to talk to you about it. I'm like, okay, see that you want to talk about it, we can talk about it, but I'm not going to go and necessarily say, when it comes to children, I believe that is important. Don't beat your kids.
We never bring it up.
No, that's what I'm saying. But
we hide it.
But that's being guarded.
Is it?
Yeah, of course.
I just thought it wasn't being arsehole-ish, and I'll tell you why. Because if everyone's in a room and they're chatting about the fact that they beat their kids, and you come in with, I don't beat my kids, I send them to time out, you just come across looking like holier art thou. Look,
you know what? If you go, that's my point about not sharing everything. If you're going to be that person that's bold and it's going to be like, my kid, you see, when my kid does this and that and so, then I'm going to beat my kid, and my kid knows best. The last time my kid did this and I did that, then expect people to judge you for it.
But then do we judge people for it?
Of course.
But in a way where we're willing to voice our opinion and tell them what they're doing is wrong and that they're going to spoil their children and...
No, it's not that. But people clearly see that on your face when they see that you don't agree. And sometimes that... Oh, hell yeah.
No, you're not even the type of person to be like, if you start hearing the whole I beat my kids thing, you're not even the type of person to start rolling your eyes and, start fixing yourself in the chair and being like, oh.
No, I'm not the type of person. But, sometimes, your eyes can say a lot. You're like, now, you know what? It depends. I mean, I get it. I get what people do it. But again, that's their own choice, their own decision, and that's the reason why sometimes I don't share certain stuff, because as far as I'm concerned,
then sometimes I feel like hiding conversations from people kind of limits as much as it limits your interaction with them in your possibility to get her or your personal choices to be able to be criticized. It's just missing out on knowing that person a little bit more, because you can quickly realize whether or not you genuinely like somebody based on their ability to handle your differences.
You know what it is? It's usually, like I say, it doesn't take me that long to know that some people you can't share certain stuff with them.
This is facts, yeah.
And I'm a bit like
that.
No,
I totally agree, but I just feel like you might.
And what I do, usually, I'm like, okay then, I'm not going to share that next time. I know best.
Yeah, and sometimes it's like, next time I'm going to skip that one.
Yeah, I'm not going to dismiss someone because I have a bad experience with someone. body
Yeah,
arsenal.
but don't you?
But-
Do you feel like you could slowly just become a recluse, where it's just like,
no,
I don't share anything with anybody anymore? Because
not at all. Actually, you know what's funny is because usually what that allow me to do, it's to actually have different people, a relationship with people where I can speak about this with that person, and then I can speak about another things that's completely different.
So you reckon do you reckon that you'd be the type of person where, you know, like, you're in your 90s, you have your funeral, okay? The speeches come up.
Yeah.
And everybody's speech and recollection of who you are is going to be totally different to the other person's.
Yeah, they have their own experience. I think that, they will have their own...
And people will find out about who you are, like, at the funeral.
It could be, yeah. No, check this out, yeah? Look, if you're someone that... you know what? If you're going to... force conversation with people. Sometimes you can come across like that because you're gonna get to strong disagreement with some people and you already know it, and I've done that before. So when I know and I forced the way and I'm like, you know, I don't give a damn. I'm gonna tell you what I think, and because I don't agree with this, and I've some now I'm more like, you know what, forget about it. I'm not gonna try too hard when it comes down to that, because that person can't take this kind of conversations, and that's just what it is. So,
what about if the person is somebody who you feel you should be able to have those conversations with, and that's why you keep on coming back and testing that subject with them, or subjects?
Well, I think that's a difference in the sense that there's you haven't processed that situation where you're like, you know what, I'm done with that person when it comes down to talk to them about this. That's it. I'm done. You still have a hope that person can be decent enough to hear your views on that subject. And
for me, that saddens me, because I feel like there's certain people you should be able to say most things to, and when you find out you can't say most things to them, that in itself is like,
it can be heartbroken. That's true.
Just crushing.
You know what it is,
really. That's what I find hard about it, because I'm like, I should be able to talk to you about this. I know. And I keep on reintroducing it to you, like I'm giving you a chance.
I used
to forward this relationship, like to go to new realms with me. And here you are.
But then it depends also the degrees of the relationships. Like, are you really close to that person? Is that person your spouse, or that person just an acquaintance, or close friends, or a brother or sister? Everything depends, and then it depends also, I think, in the past experience you had with them. What I'm trying to say is that it's very based off of the experience you had, and everyone has their own limits. So some people, they'll try all their life. Sometimes, and you see that often for a relationship between parents and children, because they would never let go of that. I always try with their parents because they feel they need whether the approval or the conversation they deserved, or
the normality of having a parental relationship.
As you know, my upbringing's been really I gotta say abnormal. Yeah, it wasn't.
No, I don't think you say abnormal.
So what's the best word for it?
Because what's normal?
Yeah, but it's not. There is. It wasn't conventional.
It's not what's conventional?
Well, I'm just saying. So that being said, there's a lot of things that are processed differently.
I think you could say
some people
was. I'm not going to go as far as saying traumatic, because we could just, you know what I mean? Though,
yeah.
Of course, yeah, you can say traumatic.
I can say traumatic.
There's something one case lower down than that, and you could probably say that. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Turmoilic? Is that even a word?
More about bizarre.
Nah. Nah.
Yeah. But anyway, now what I'm saying is that it depends on your past experience with a particular person as well. So some people, you might have a similar past experience with them, but they show you some things that makes you want to try. But some people show you some things that, like, you know,
makes you not want to try ever again.
Yeah, forget it.
Yeah, but then is there a kind of line to walk with this? Because think about it like this, yeah? Say someone is your sibling, and you've tried with them, and you should be able to have a certain type of relationship with them.
It's true, yeah.
Should by normal standards, okay?
Conventional standards.
Conventional standards, okay? So you try.
Yeah.
And now and again, you try back again. Where is the line between throwing your hands up and saying, forget this human being, and saying to yourself, I'm going to continue to give you chances in the hope that you will, when you change, I'm there. Because it's all fair and well you doing that to somebody, and then sometimes your judgment on them is outdated.
That is true, but you know what? I'm a strong believer that if you on the other receiving hand, then you should manifest yourself if you really care about that relationship. If you think you've changed your ways and you're not the fuck up you used to be, then you should say, hey, you know what? I realized that I was wrong on this time. If it's that the case, see what I mean? So it's not, because I'm guessing you imply in a situation where you have a relationship with that person it's a bit how can I explain it? Let's say it's friction,
tension,
like tension. There's some turmoil.
Yeah, and
it's not the best relationship. It's not the ideal relationship or the relationship in your mind you see being ideal. But I'm saying that because of that, you're like, you know what? Okay, well, you know, that person don't seem to want to change, and I've tried everything, and if they do change, because all right, if I have a certain experience with someone, I'm not the type of person to say I'm gonna close my gate forever and never open my, you know, they can't knock on my door, that's it, it's over. I'm not even the type of person, because if they come to realization that they were wrong and they did me wrong, then I'm open to actually talk about it and then to clean the slate. You know? You don't think I am? You know what it is.
Okay, I'm going to give you a scenario, because I do believe that if the person comes back and is like, this is where I messed up, this is is what I think that you're the type of person, however, because if to say you're guarded, right?
Yeah.
You're already guarded.
Yeah.
So there's a reason for that guardedness, yeah?
When I see the same ball.
Of course. So imagine you got 10 years bull on. It's systemic bull.
Yeah, okay. Exactly. So I'm like, nah.
Yeah, so you got systemic.
This looking like a virus to me.
Right. So you got systemic bull, okay, coming your way. But then that person goes through a realization moment, and then they, you know, catalog all of the wrong that they've done to you and how they are sorry and how yada, yada, yada. Are we saying open doors? Are we saying road to recovery only, side eye?
Well, all right. That's what I'm saying. Depends on past experience, because if that person is a serial apologizer, and every time they come, they're like, you know what? I'm sorry. Now look. This time it's different, and you're like, yeah. Every time that person's saying that to me, right, constantly,
yeah,
and they do the exact same thing, and then of course you're gonna be guarded. And you have to be,
yeah, you know,
for your own sanity,
yeah.
But at the same time, if it's like they never apologize to you ever, and they're actually telling you, you know what, I'm sorry about that, you know.
So how do you see your guardedness then? Do you see it as antisocial, or do you see it as more of a means to sanity? Like your own personal
That's
means
a good
to
question.
sanity.
I think it means to sanity. Yeah. Yeah.
It's not like on a revenge tip, I'm gonna get you back. I ain't gonna be sharing it.
No, because look, I'm not even the type of person to press dislike on a video. I got no time for that.
No.
Like, yeah, I don't like this video. You know what? Thumbs down. No, I don't care.
Yeah, I know. You're
if
not.
I don't
You're
like
not,
it,
you're
if
not.
I don't exactly.
Move on. Next video.
I'm gonna move on. It's not like that. Yeah.
That's real. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. What about you?
What about me?
Yeah. Like, how would you? Are you on a revenge tip? Or
No.
not really.
No.
I don't think you were, but you know, I'm guessing I'm asking the question.
But I'm not really guarded.
No, you know, it's true.
I'm not really guarded.
No.
And maybe it's I tell you what it is.
What is it? Go on, tell me.
It's like a mile 8 TikTok. It's like a TikTok. It's a mile 8 tactic. Okay.
Yeah,
No. Wait. The dyslexia's running in. Give me a second now.
So I gone.
It's an 8-mile tactic.
All right. Okay.
That's what it is.
Okay.
It's like, instead of coming and having everyone try and discover things about you and try and tear you down and try and find out your dirt and try and figure you out, I'm pretty much figured out.
Yeah.
There's nothing to uncode here. This is not the Da Vinci Code. There's zero mystery here.
Yeah.
I'm not mysterious. You're mysterious. I'm not mysterious.
That depends.
You are mysterious. You've been here. You've been.
I don't think I am. It's just that
You hella mysterious.
If I'm not, you know, if I don't talk to you and I've got my reason for that, then you know you're not gonna know much about it.
To be fair, that was part of my intrigue to you. I was like, he's mysterious.
But like I said, maybe that's also upbringing. Like,
No.
designs.
Oh no! I was told what happens in this house stays in this house. That's the household I grew up in.
Yeah.
Like,
well, you know, if no one respects it.
oh no, everyone did respect it, but it was just, and as did I. But I didn't feel that boundary belonged to me. It was just, don't chat other people's business, but your business is your own to do what you want with.
I get it.
And I wouldn't go as far as to say, now I'm going to go and everybody will know my life story by the time they meet me. It's not that. It's just that if I do have a view about something and I'm asked about it, not if I'm hearing a conversation and I just circle back with my martini and be like, well, actually, no. If you're having a genuine conversation with me, then. But then at the same time, I guess that I try to measure my reaction to people.
I get it.
Not too much.
I get it.
Because I still want to be honest, but I measure my reaction to people in the way that I just consider the fact that maybe that could be me one day sharing something with somebody.
Yeah.
No matter the delivery.
Yeah. And
just because they've got an opposing view to me, they rip my whole entire lifestyle down.
Well, right. This. Oh, okay.
No, like this beating kids thing.
You know, but there's a difference between having opposite views, okay, and be like, okay, well, I don't necessarily agree with what you're saying, and also, you know, when someone's sharing something with you, and I do think you have to determine when someone is sharing something with you, and it's rhetorical. It's not for you to, you know, chime in. It's just want you to know them better, and you know, a bit of the belief in that, and then you trying to break down the character because as far as you're concerned, they're trash. But if you think that about me, then go to hell. Like, I got no time for you. Because if I'm here sharing something with you on a level and I'm like, you know, it's one of those things you don't talk to anybody about, anyone about it.
True.
And you're here being horrible because, you know, you think I'm trash, or you think that as far as you're concerned, how can you be like this or whatever, then like I say, go to hell. I got no time for you. Well,
how do you feel about that in relation to business? Are you the type of person to tell people what your business plans are, or are you the type of person to keep it under wraps until you've got it lined up? Or are you the type of person who will tell a select few people who you believe will be responsible with the information?
Well,
like, what do you rather? I mean, I know what I see sometimes, but that doesn't mean that's what's going on in your head.
Yeah. When it comes to business, the thing is, with business, everyone think they've got the solution. It's like, well, that's my personal experience. I think you can talk to someone about something, and sometimes you got really positive people, and they, even if they think that maybe you're not seeing something, they're like, look, what about this, or what about that? But they're not going to say, oh, what you're doing is shit. Oh, you're not going to make it like that. You know, they're not really, they're not those type of people, you know, they're not going to diss you. They're just going to have what I call positive criticism. And I guess you got to test the water and see, you know, with people when it comes to business, because you can miss out on some opportunity if you, you know, if you already have your mindset on, I'm not going to share nothing. But I believe, though, when it comes down to business, it's really important for you to share, to try and to share certain stuff with people that are like-minded, because at the end of the day, if I'm going to talk music, because I'm in the music industry, to someone that is a plumber, I'm going to have to talk to him in a certain way about it, because it has to be relatable to him. Because, you know, you see what I mean? He's a businessman as well. He's a plumber. See what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same time,
he might understand your business more than your music.
Yeah, but you still have to have a certain care and adaptations to who you talk to.
Yeah.
And that's what you do. And then you see people's reaction then. Because some people are going to say to you, yeah, I've heard music, you know, people don't know anything, you know, so why are you doing this business? This business is like, it's trash, you know? Like, some people, they're not going to tell you like that, but they're going to make you feel like, you know.
Do you think it's something that people use against other people?
Sometimes. I don't think so all the time. Like I said, some people, and I guess that's what you've got, community. Some people are trying to build up community, which I think is great.
As are we.
Yeah, as are we. In order to be able to speak, to talk, to exchange with like-minded people.
Freely. Freely.
Yeah, without being guarded, I guess. You know,
totally. Yeah.
I understand that you can be reserved.
But then I'm not. Sometimes, I know it seems really a bit.
Yeah.
How can you say? It seems a little bit odd. But sometimes I do like to test the room with some information.
Yeah, I've seen you doing this before. I did. I was like, I know what she's doing. Yeah,
I do. I do.
I think. I do. Like again.
I really.
It's a tactic, and
I do it because. One, I'm inherently nosy, and two, I feel like if I have access to the human mind, human opinion, like a plethora of people, over 6 people.
Yeah.
To be able to, when in life can you really do surveys?
It's great resources.
What?
Yeah, I understand.
The information you find out.
Yeah.
The thought process. I get it. And I'm always surprised. I never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I understand that.
But I do throw some stuff out there and people are just like, but sometimes conversations have gone.
Yeah.
And I've been like, wow, okay.
Sure. But is that because you want a feedback on your own stuff though?
No. Very few times.
Because you see, when we're talking about being guarded, sometimes you're sharing something because you think, okay, it's worth a good conversation, and maybe people get to know you.
Yeah.
But you're not necessarily looking for feedback or criticism on your life.
Yeah.
You know, now everybody understand that. Some people, they go hard. They're like, oh yeah, but you know what you're doing is this and that and the other. So that's I guess that's what makes me be the most guarded, you know, because I'm just like, I was just, you know, it's not that deep, or I was just sharing something that I'm up to right now, and I say I thought it was born, rather than you turn around and tell me, yeah, but you never, what haven't you said?
Yeah.
So sometimes, because certain people's reaction, past experience I have with them, I don't say anything because I'm just like, what's the point? I'd rather you saying, well, why don't you say it? I say, oh no, just I didn't. I thought I told you. I guess I guess like,
sometimes I genuinely thought I told someone. What I end up doing is telling the same person twice.
Yeah.
They don't tell me, Shem, you've already told me this. And then I think I've told more than the people that I have. Okay, scrap that. I've told sometimes the same person 3 or 4 times and thought I told.
Yeah.
Like I didn't.
You were convinced.
I was convinced.
Yeah.
Like I was convinced. I told my grandma the other day that I'm vegetarian now.
Oh no, I know.
I was convinced I'd already told her.
Yeah.
And she was like, why didn't you tell me? And I was just like, I thought I did.
Yeah, I don't experience those type of things. I'm someone that I know if I told you about something or not. That I'm really square like that. But you
keep your circle so tight.
What?
Not that my circle's any much more bigger than yours.
Talking about this, I've got a question for you. In regards to being guarded, actually. Do you think that when you guarded, it's a gauge or a sign of the quality of your entourage? Like it's something you can use to filter and get a better entourage and build an entourage of quality. So you guarded. You're more careful with who you talk to and who you talk to. What you're going to talk about with certain person, which means that in turn you get a better entourage. People that may understand you a bit better because you took your time to see if you can exchange certain stuff with them.
Yeah, that is a nice way to kind of.
Or the people you can't exchange things with them naturally. They will
distance themselves
from you because you don't have anything in common.
It is a
that can help to become like the positive side of it.
I've seen you thrive through this. Okay,
because sometimes keeping people around absolutely because it's whatever relationship you have with
I'm
them.
not that, but I'm not guarded either. I couldn't call myself full blown guarded, but then maybe I'm like faux guard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe I'm somebody who claims to be open and I'm absolutely not.
I'll say that you someone.
I just don't have deep dark secrets. That's what I'm saying. So it's not like you can just say, guess what? Like, no, not really. That's pretty standard around here.
But you know what? I don't think being guarded is about having secret. That's different. The secret. I think it's different.
Yeah, but it's about having an air of mystery around you, of which you still have.
I think it's about.
I live with you.
Yeah.
And you're still mysterious to me.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm like, what is going on?
No, but I don't think. It's not having deep dark secret or something like that. No, it's not that. It's. I think it's to sometimes you reserve certain aspect of your life to certain people you truly care about, and you know that with them you trust them to not take advantage of
what you're gonna say
or share with them.
Yeah,
because I don't think I don't think.
So sorry, you're gonna have to re up on your question for me.
Yeah, the question is, I probably didn't ask it properly. So what I mean is that
I forgot.
When you guarded, to exercise, a bit of this guardedness techniques, I don't know, or tactic or TikTok.
I knew I was gonna hear about that again. I knew it.
Do you think that in a way you better the quality of your entourage?
In a way, you definitely do, because as my entourage is like 3 strong or something like that. I think that you definitely do, but I think that
and I mean on different layers, i.e. some people, because maybe some people, but you're not best friends, but you have a decent, good relationship for that matter.
Everybody has their thing that they are your favorite person on.
And
you know what I mean?
To compartmentalize.
Yeah, definitely. You have friends for different reasons. You that's why some people have a friend to go salsa dancing with, a friend to do, talk about gardening with, or whatever it is they're going to do. However, I just feel sometimes that once you get that close to somebody, for me personally, a big part of my guide as to the quality of friend you are is how much non-guarded I can be with you. Like totally off the cuff. Totally like, this is something that's still in the... Especially like for business, if something's still in the thought process. Like I've got plans to do it eventually, but this is what I've been thinking about lately. I like when I've got to the stage of my relationship where people know me enough on that I can bounce ideas off of them.
So do you think you can be too careful?
Because you can't bounce ideas off of everybody. Some people, you be trying to bounce that ball don't return.
No. Yeah, I know. It's a black
you
hole.
just thrown away balls at this time.
In the black hole. It never came back. Yeah, I know. No, but
I can see the...
I agree. I agree to a certain extent because I think that if you... Because I had another question, and the question was going to be, can you be too careful? And I do believe if you're too guarded, then you never really experience genuine relationship with people because...
that's my fear.
Yeah, I understand
that's
that.
my fear, but then I do
agree.
Understand how, especially watching you do it all of these years, I've been like... especially someone who's a bit more open, I've been like, I could do with a bit of that.
Yeah.
It's because...
Well...
because it works.
Do you know? Right.
It works.
Do you know what it is? I just think it's very humans to react like this because I feel the same way about you. I think maybe I can, open up. Yeah, I can be more open about certain stuff. I don't have to be so guarded. Sometimes I'm like, I don't have to be so, no, not that person.
Mysterious.
Yeah, like I don't call it mysterious. You call it that.
Yeah, because I'm teasing, but
at some time I believe like maybe I can be a bit more open.
Yeah,
it's
maybe.
not that I'm not open because the people that decide to be open with,
you are open.
I am, but I'm just saying maybe I can give a bit more of a chance.
It wouldn't be you. You still got to go with your personality, and I think though it's still a matter of what can your sanity take. Yeah. If you're the type of person who can't take those constant off the cuff blows to your, your confidence, your mindsets, your everything, then you shouldn't be sharing this with people. You shouldn't. No. You shouldn't be sharing it willy-nilly because you're just going to put yourself up for blows. It's like a free point that you've just given away, and you're only in the first round.
That is how I see it now and again. Yeah.
Of course. But then I'm the same type of person to be like, let me get a couple hits. I reckon I can afford about 3 this evening. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I could afford 3 decent hits, and after that, I'm gonna shut my mouth. But sometimes they never come. But I'm aware of what I can take, even if sometimes people, say off the cuff, astronomically, kind of just,
What you mean out of order?
Just illegal stuff to say.
They don't know their place.
What?
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
But then at the same time, every time I hear those things, I'm like, I can imagine myself being an old woman, being like, yeah, you know what? I think I've heard everything now. But then when you never put yourself out there, you'll never ever hear everything. There's some people they're genuinely shocked when certain things happen like that because it's like never happened to them, and I'm like, I'm afraid of the not putting myself out there. That
the thing is, the way
limited though.
I understand, but
regulated
the way I feel stem from putting myself in the first place out there and realize how some people are and some people aren't. And
do you think that I haven't taken the same lessons on because or do you think I've just understood it differently to you?
Wow, that's a good question. I don't know. That I can't really answer because I think that's a personal experience. At the end of the day, even if I think, you haven't learned, maybe you did. Maybe you figured out the bigger picture here, and I haven't. It's like, honestly, I don't know. For me, I feel like, as far as my life, I'm like, no way. For some people,
I wouldn't
I'm like,
go that far.
no.
I wouldn't go that far at all.
What do you mean?
Because it's like I know there's obviously a people watch, so there's different type of ways that people deal with this, but I think that a responsible way to deal with it personally for each person would be to make sure that they're guarding the things that are most dear to them.
Yeah. But sometimes...
But not from the people who are most dear to them.
Yes, I understand that. Yeah.
That's the that there is the key.
Yeah, that's the key. That's true. But sometimes, you know what? That's great advice.
That's just through people watching though.
Escalate, if I can say that. Get out of hand. I mean, in the sense that it's a lot of those bit, you know, mingling and you know, how can I say?
Are you talking about when people dig,
and it's one dig, two dig, and then there's nothing big, nothing you're gonna be like, oh, you know.
But then you have to ask yourself: are you ashamed of appearing petty? And are you ashamed of how you appear to be versus who you really are?
But what I'm saying in there is the fact that some stuff aren't that big, that important, but after a while, all the small little dig amount to a big mountain of absolute garbage. And then you realize the person you're talking to is garbage. And they can't help themselves to be themselves.
Oh my gosh. Do you know
absolute
what?
Trash can.
You can trust those people. I'm not being funny.
And it is what it is.
But you can I'm telling you right now, you can set your clock by those people. You really can. I've seen them in action.
Yeah,
I've seen them in action.
We're not going to name anybody, but yeah.
I've seen them in action.
I know.
They don't miss a beat.
And you know what? And you're like, you can't help it, can you?
Nope, they can't.
Me neither.
And that's my point.
Yeah.
It's a personal thing.
And
but
I'm
then,
like, nah. And
some people need to learn how to do more of it, and some people need to learn how to do less of it.
Yes, basically, yeah.
And some people need to learn about it in the first place.
But I was going to ask you this though: how do you deal with the fallout? Like, and
of what?
What is the what is how do you deal with the fallout? Like, once you shared some things and you thought was great, and you only get some, you get horrible feedback from the person you thought, wow, that's a bit, wow, where's that coming from? You know, you're like, I don't understand why you're acting like this type of thing. And then how do you deal with that type of situations? And they want to prove their point, and then they just like, no, I don't agree with what you're saying or what you stand for, and they can't respect that's, you know, who you are or what you believe for. And
it depends what it's about.
Yeah,
it really does depend what it's about, because the thing is, and I'm saying this as somebody who is being called opinionated a lot. I know what to give my opinion on, and some things are a matter of fact and some things are a matter of opinion.
Yeah.
And you can't sit here and fight anybody over something that's a matter of opinion.
Yeah. But some people do.
Some people do, but then that's the end of that conversation, isn't it? Because look, it's like, say if somebody really likes Tupac and the other person really likes Biggie, like we can go back and forth forever about this. Yeah. It's like, we're not gonna see eye to eye on it. You've got your feelings, I've got mine. However, if it's about something to do with one person's business or one person's choice,
I'm talking
versus
more about
your opinion on their choice.
I'm talking more about, like,
it's a bit like,
you know,
well,
a choice
bottom line is it's not your life. So like, back up just a bit.
Yeah.
If anything, as an outsider, you should be able to
back up.
you should be able to back up from it.
I mean, telling people it's never been my problem when it comes on, I am, and if really people piss me off about something, I think like, hang on a minute.
What if you get a bad reaction?
That's uncalled. No, something that's clearly uncalled for. Like, it's like, what is this?
Oh, I've had plenty bad reactions.
And I'm like, I know he did, but I'm like, when it comes down to, if any, we like when it comes down to
what, to the bad reactions.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, easy now.
And
hang on a minute. I was telling you something.
You know what? Some for the sake of it, like of peace, I just don't say anything.
When are those moments that you don't say anything?
Sometimes I don't give a damn about the person and planning on seeing them often. Like really, I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna see you often anyway. So
do you think that's healthy? Like when that happens to you, do you think that's do you think that's okay with you? Do you think that's sitting right with you, or do you think you're swallowing something?
No.
Or do you think you're letting something go?
I think I'm letting something go. Like at this point, I'm just like, whatever. I don't care because I'm not gonna see you that often anyway. But if now I know I've got to see that person often, I might have to address it. Yeah. But then, do you have to see anybody often?
You don't have to see anyone often.
Really, it depends.
Except for me and you, like.
Yeah, of course.
Kind of bump into you every day.
Exactly. Well, so you can be in a situation where you do have to see the person often, and that would be me
and you talking about business ideas and not agreeing.
Yeah, some stuff like that, or sometimes it can be your parents. Your parents.
True.
Because they've got a relationship.
But then we don't see them every day.
No, we don't. But I'm talking about people on different situations. Sometimes they have to see the parents.
True.
Most of the time because the parents have a relationship with their kids.
Yeah.
And then you have to weigh up. Should I just terminate the relationship with my parents? And it's not possible because you're like, but my kids now, so you can't really do it, and you don't have any.
If I can't terminate that relationship, tout de suite, then it's gonna be a matter of just saying.
You could be in a tricky situation because of that. Sometimes some situation.
Then I have to say. I have to say what's on my mind, because how I feel now. I've gone into this other thing where now it's on my chest.
Or the solution is some stuff you have to learn. Maybe it's good to learn. You can say certain stuff that are on your mind.
True.
But I've seen the mental breakdown some of those type of people are going through, and they absolutely cannot
take it.
They're not rational. And they find it really hard to be rational, and they still want the same relationship. They still want to be okay with it. And sometimes that's when I see a situation like this where you can't share everything. There's some things you got to go.
No.
For the sake of a relationship around. I've
literally learnt that.
Yeah. Because you can't do, just the setting makes it that, you know. Now, I know people will say you can always, just, decide to end relationship. Doesn't matter what it is. But it's easier said than done.
You'll find you'll end up ending most relationships though.
Yeah, you can be in a serial.
You can end them. You can end them just definitely. Frequently.
Yeah.
Over that.
Yeah.
That's not really that's my cue to dig in, really.
Yeah, I think
because I usually take that time to unpack whatever that person's trying to.
Well, you can try. I think, like I say, it's a personal experience. Depends with a personal person. So, with that person, maybe that you have a history where you are being open, you're trying to really speak your mind, and every single time they don't care. They don't want to learn nothing but what they actually think and agree on. The rest doesn't matter, even if it's valid what you're saying. You got some people in that situations, and if it's that the case, then you might have to receive certain stuff you're sharing with them, because you do sometimes you want to still a relationship with them, and sometimes you have to still have a relationship with them, and or you feel you have to have a relationship with them, and I think that sometimes the solution is to not share everything. And it's not being dishonest because you don't do that. It's just that, to what end? For what? To have arguments all the time. Big arguments, and
I think it's because
it's pointless.
I value my relationships based on how much I can be myself around somebody, and I've attached the idea of hiding stuff from people,
But
to not being able to be myself.
But haven't you think that maybe that's what they're doing too, and that probably could be the causes of it?
Maybe.
It's just that maybe you're more of a rational person, so you have an understanding that when someone shares something with you, you have to take precautions. You can't just be, baff with it. You have to be careful and have a minimum of kindness. Maybe you got this, but some people don't have that.
No. Every time someone shares something with me, well, I'm saying lately now.
Yeah.
The thing is, I've grown up with people who are very sensitive. Now, I've been accused of being sensitive myself, but I guess I come from a sensitive family. But
it would make sense, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not every. I've understood very quickly that not everybody can take everything, which includes whatever response you're going to give them.
Yeah.
So if they do share something with you, there's some people who say, okay, you could just. I'm not that I'm a dream crusher.
Yeah.
But there's some other people you could say, okay, have you thought about this? And some other people, it's like you can't give them another suggestion.
Yeah, but you have to be able to determine between positive criticism, which you do need, because sometimes you can't. When you're in a situation, sometimes you need other people that can overlook what you're doing, just because they're not in your situation, and tell you, okay, well maybe have you thought about doing this, and so you still have to be able to take this type of positive criticism. And I think they're the same. I don't think we're talking about the same things when we talk about positive criticism and people you have to guard yourself from because how toxic they are, or how toxic they are about a certain subject.
True.
So some people's politics, some people's religion,
yeah,
you can't talk to them about this because
True.
it's going to almost be end up as a fist fight sometimes, so sometimes pointless.
True that.
So yeah, so sometimes you can't really do that.
This is true.
Oh, that's smart. That's what I'm thinking.
I see the positives in it, especially in terms of keeping your own little sanctuary in your mind, especially for where your ideas reside. However,
yeah.
For me, like, in order for your ideas to actually become reality, they still need to get out some way.
That's true.
And at some point, you're gonna have to walk that idea past that person.
Sometimes you're obliged to, but the concept for me in all of this is it's not trying to treat everyone the same. Because I feel it's unrealistic to want to share this with that person and that same thing with another person and expect the same reaction from that person because you had a great reaction from that person. That is
everybody has to be taught.
And because of that, I think that to some degrees you're gonna have different type of relationship, and even naturally, because even sometimes I don't know if you notice, some people you have great conversation about certain stuff, and you would not ever have that much of a great conversation with someone you consider as someone really close to you and that you love and that you feel that, okay, well, I usually get on, I have great conversation with you on that particular subject because of interest. That person might not be interested in what you're talking to the other person about. Is that naturally some stuff like that happen is what it is, because it still comes down to interest.
True.
So I think naturally anyway you will have different type of a relationship with different people.
But then there's this like...
You remain the same though.
Of course, but then there's also specialities. Like if I'm talking about baking, I'm not going to talk about my baking with somebody who don't bake.
Yeah, and I believe there you go.
I'm not going to talk about...
Exactly. And I believe...
I'm not going to talk about my business with somebody who would never do their own business.
Well, there you go. So partly you're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
It's just that
Yeah.
maybe in some areas of your life you feel that you need to be a bit more merciful, maybe.
Oh, hell yeah. Because
other
the
ones-
thing is, it doesn't mean because you haven't done something, you're not open to the idea of it. It's
Of
like
course.
I talk to people about, I don't know, sports, and they're not into really, and they don't lift a finger. Doesn't mean that they don't have the ambition to do so.
Exactly, of course. Yeah. It's
So-
it's true. Yeah.
It depends.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I agree with that.
So I have a would you rather, yeah?
All right, go on. Shoot.
The would you rather is, okay?
Yeah.
Would you rather look weak and actually be strong, or look strong and actually be weak?
I'd rather look weak and be strong. Like that's no hesitation.
I'm talking Captain America, pre-Captain America-ish.
Yeah.
I'm talking-
I'm okay with that. I didn't have to do the war. I wasn't strong. I didn't look strong enough. That's because that's what happened in Captain America.
True. I swear
say,
they
"Oh,
made him
you
like the
can't
mailman or something.
Yeah, they say you can't fight. Say, look at you.
Didn't they tell him to stay his ass at home?
Yeah. His friend had to go. Yeah, I know that's. It's just. But back in the day, they told them, whoa, you'll see, it won't last long, and you'll win for sure. And no, you're gonna die, and then they ended up to have so much death anyway. So trust me.
So
like I'm thinking, like,
So then-
good on you. You stayed at
so
home.
you'd rather look weak
You survived.
and actually be strong.
Yeah.
Can you not see that there might be an issue with that?
Yeah. Test me
And find out, right?
and find out.
True.
Like I'm good.
Do you think that
Because let's not act like people don't trying to test strong people because they feel like if I ever have the upper hand, I'm a G.
True.
And they're like, yeah, because look, he's a big guy. He's like, let me test him.
True.
Listen. And it's not just about being a big guy, because even between women, I'm sure there's situations just because, you look like you got your thing together, somebody's going to test you.
Yeah.
So-
But women test in other ways.
That is true, but, still testing.
Yeah, it's sad to say, but it's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. What about you?
What about me? What
Yeah.
about my own would you rather?
Yeah.
I already know, but don't forget I already look weak, innit? So I just, come on, I don't look strong.
That depends on someone's opinion.
On what?
You look weak. Are we talking physically?
Of course we are.
Okay. So you.
I'm not shredded out here in these streets.
But you're strong.
I'd rather not look shredded, not
But-
look strong,
Yeah.
but be strong. I'd rather look weak and people be like,
strong,
oh God,
Yeah.
oh, poor thing.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Well, the thing is you don't attract yourself too much
Attention.
So.
Unfortunately, though, there's a downside to that, because I was thinking maybe there's something to looking strong as a woman.
Yeah.
Because as soon as I've found people see a strong woman, a woman who has any muscle form whatsoever, people's like, I ain't playing with her. I don't want to get dusted up. And even if she's not the fighting type, she's going to give you at least one blow, it's going to get blooded.
So I'm guessing that if you look weak but you're strong, so every time you have a beef, you have to walk with like your camera and then film yourself as a proof that you can.
The problem is, no, the reason I'm saying that,
like you don't want to mess with.
The appearing strong and being actually weak.
Yeah.
May also appeal to me because of the fact that I've been in a position where I've looked weak before. Only difference is I was actually weak. But when you look weak and you are a woman, people test you. People really test you. Especially like really predatory men. They come and they think they can grab you, and they think they can pick you up, and they think they could do all of these things to you. And it's like,
but
if you're not strong enough to get away or get out of that, you're just up in the sky at that point.
But that's an experience you had, feeling and looking weak. But because men have more strength than women, I think even if you were strong, I think they would have tried it sideways. Yeah,
there's no. There's a different. I'll tell you right now. There's a different profile of man who sees a strong woman as like, I'm gonna overpower her. He's been a predator at that point.
Exactly, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, so which I'm not talking about that.
I don't think it's gonna.
It doesn't eliminate all predatory behavior, but
imagine you look weak and you kick ass.
Yeah, but that's more like. Do you know why I'm saying it? Because I noticed the difference. There is there is an enormous shift to who thinks they can have you, who thinks they could take you on. It's ridiculous.
I understand.
It's ridiculous. Well, the difference is ridiculous.
But then now, be strong, and they find out you're not strong. You're in the shit.
Oh, you're done.
This is over.
But then considering
and
that
you can't even save yourself.
Considering that men are more physically predisposed to being stronger than women.
Yeah.
Then who's really lost at that point? You're a woman, you get dusted up by a man. It's like no one's gonna say
Yeah, by this point, I guess because when you asked me this the question, I was thinking in this like in order to save myself, not that I lost, but at the end of the day, I lost against someone that was like considered as way stronger. The
thing is, when I first read it, I thought about that, but then on reading it more, I thought to myself, yeah, that's all good when we take physicality into consideration, but okay, say for a situation where you had to seem as if you were weak, willed, but was actually strong, versus appearing like you're somebody who's really strong-willed and got it together and you're actually weak. Take it as a mental thing. Would your answer change?
No.
You don't mind to embarrass yourself?
I wouldn't embarrass myself though.
Okay, you know what I mean. You do not mind to like appear weak-willed, appear like you're some sort of punk, like you're some sort of idiot. Because that's how it's taken. Let's face it.
No, I can rock this. I can rock it. Listen.
Do you know what? I should have known that you were going to say that anyway. I should have known.
Because I kick ass.
It's not just that.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's not just that.
I'll have like a superhero outfit and everything.
No.
Every time you beef with me, I'm just saying, wait a minute. Wait 5 minutes. I gotta get dressed.
But then sometimes no, I mean it. Okay, take the physicality out of it.
I understand.
Like you got home and you were good. Mentally, you're right. You're not weak-willed. You're fine.
Yeah.
But out and about.
But you know what it is? That reminds me of it's a false comfort. It's like one of those things where you're good until you know, and I feel that it's like comforting yourself in something that doesn't exist. So that
true.
Mentally, so you're okay, but maybe one day you're not, and you're gonna take it real bad. But if I already have thick skin, and of course I'm used to people picking on me anyway, because since I'm just since primary school, people are picking on me anyway. So not only have the mental, but I'm there physical. That appeals to me way more. Really.
Me too. I'm not gonna lie.
So that's something.
Slice and dice this.
What about
Do you have one for me?
Yeah. Would you rather? I've got many, but let me pick a good one.
Just give me one good one, and then let's wrap this up.
Okay. Would you rather be the funniest person in the room or the most intelligent?
That's so sad. Why would you ask me that?
I don't know. was relevant to what we're talking about. Now we talk about physical strength. Let's talk about, what's going on inside.
The funniest person in the room.
For real?
Okay, this is how I feel about intelligence, yeah?
So thick as shit, but funny as hell.
Yeah.
Okay.
The reason is if you're that intelligent, most of the things you say are going to go over everyone's head anyway.
Absolutely, that's true.
But if you're truly funny, a truly funny person, somebody who's truly funny, can connect to everybody.
But can you?
That's how they can get everybody to laugh.
Yeah, and have a good time.
Because they've been able to they've been able to transcend everybody's intellect.
Yeah.
But intellectual people cannot transcend everybody's humor for them.
True.
They usually end up pissing most people off, offending them in some way.
Like Sheldon. Yeah.
I'm like, I am all for having, 160, 170 IQ, yeah?
Yeah.
But like, how much Sheldon am I going to be? Like,
yeah.
where are we here?
Yeah, I understand.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No.
So.
Funny.
Okay.
Funny.
All right.
Yeah, funny. What about you?
I'll say.
What were you going to say before you heard my answer? You were going to say intellect.
Yeah. Do you want to know why?
I already know why.
Okay.
I already know why. Should I tell you why? I think...
Go on.
Because you don't give a shit about that awkwardness. You know, that awkward space where everybody doesn't get you and you might offend somebody, or, your presence of you being who you are offend someone. You're like, that's not a me problem, that's a you problem.
I like numbing conversation. Mind-numbing conversation. Yeah, I was just shutting down because I can't get with that person. It's just too much information.
If you're that intelligent, how many people do you reckon you can have a conversation with?
I don't think I'm that intelligent.
It's talking about in the scenario.
No, but I'm just saying, I don't even think... but the truth is, I do believe that having a minimum of intelligence can come handy.
Do you not think that intelligence comes in different forms?
Oh, I do. I absolutely. I do.
Do you not think that being funny and being able to make everyone laugh holds a certain weight of intelligence?
I do. I actually, depends.
Like what?
Why? Okay. I believe stand-up comedians are actually really, a lot of them are really intelligent persons. Yeah, they are. They have because in order to be subtle but still funny, you have to have and write your own jokes. You have to have a certain degree of intelligence. That's what I believe anyway.
Yeah.
Not as people who like to be the center of attention and trying to be funny. I'm not too much on that, So because they want to be the funniest person in the room.
Yeah.
Intelligence. I believe that when you have a minimum of intelligence, you can always find a way to be useful.
Definitely.
And then, it's like, I'll give you an example, yeah?
Go on.
It's like the lawyer that is in prison, or the accountant that is in prison. And he tells everybody, all the inmates, how you can,
finesse the finance.
Finesse the finance. And be like, hang on a minute. At first, when I saw you, I was thinking, I'm going to shank you. But you know what? All right, so how do I do this,
True.
things again? And then, I'm like, you can always find and you can have enough intelligence to take you out of tricky situations.
Sometimes does your intelligence get you into tricky situations?
I guess, too intelligent for your own good. Yeah, it's possible as well.
If you are a Sheldon.
Yeah. He doesn't... Yeah.
Because...
But he's arrogant, though. So it's a bit like... that's where I think it comes in different intelligence, come in different degrees, because he has zero social intelligence, and for me, true intelligence is that you socially
are able to navigate.
Are able to navigate as well.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, yeah, okay, you.
So what department would your intelligence lie in?
For
you to accept that fate. Honestly.
I tell you what, yeah. General knowledge.
So you want to be an egghead? You want to be an egghead?
Do you remember in The Walking Dead?
Yeah.
What was his name?
No.
The guy with the long hair.
No, sweetheart, no.
Listen, this guy should have been dead from day dot.
No, and no.
What was his name?
What, the faker one? The one who didn't know shit about shit?
No, he knew stuff.
No, he did not.
He knew how to do bullets. He knew. They found out he's super intelligent. That was the whole point.
No, he acted like he was super intelligent.
Did he?
He had more intelligence than them and used that intelligence to convince them that he was precious.
But that's intelligence by in itself.
Yeah, that's
the
true.
Man survived.
Until you cannot actually
provide
the receipts of that intelligence.
I know, but what would he have done if it was funny? How long that funniness would have lasted? Right? Where would that funniness? I promise you now. They would have rathered him know how to fight and have a sense of humor on those long trips, okay? Than him be useless, stuck up, and a bit Sheldonish. But in The Walking Dead, a lot of them knew how to fight. But
who was funny?
Have too much of a lot of intelligence to survive.
Who was funny in Walking Dead?
Let me see.
Who?
I'm trying to remember the names. It's been a while.
Who would even bust a joke and you'd be like,
No, nobody. Is it?
Nobody.
Yeah.
Everybody lost their sense of humor.
Yeah, I don't think you want to laugh when it's the end of the world.
You need it more than ever.
Yeah.
If he might have done better if he was a comedian.
Oh, Negan.
Negan had. Oh, you're.
I don't know how I did it, but somehow.
Negan had jokes.
Yeah.
Yep. What did I say?
Warped humor, but.
No. Had jokes.
Yeah.
Knew his way around a weapon.
Yeah.
Ran shit for ages. Well.
Yeah.
Okay.
True that.
Right.
Yeah, true that. That's
right.
True. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Hey.
Oh, look. I think I'll keep the intelligence still.
You keep the intelligence, I'll keep the funny, and we'll just stick with each other.
That's a good idea.
Right?
That's an excellent idea. Yeah, we can complete each other.
And that's it.
And take ourselves out of the shit. That looks like a good one.
Anyway, let's close out. So
right.
Take care of yourselves, take care of your minds and your spirits, and until next time, bye.